way. I know his arms not short, my debt is paid. Sometimes I hear the voice of things of old, but God's got me, he's in control.
I got a smile on my face today. I see my way 'cause he is the way. It sounds crazy, but understand, all things are good when it's in his hands.
God's got it. God's got it. We're in his hands. God's got it. God's got it. We're in his hands. God's got it. God's got it. Don't need to hurry, got new life each day. I know he's for me, fear get out my way.
It sounds crazy, but understand, before my birth, I was in his hands.
God's got it. God's got it. We're in his hands. God's got it. God's got it. We're in his hands. God's got it. God's got it. God's got it. God's got it. Dreams, and I've got my heart filled with love because you shine from up above, and every day my life is filled with love and joy because you are alive.
I lift my hands to you. I lift my heart to you, oh Lord. I lift my life to you, Lord.
God's got it. God's got it. We're in his hands. God's got it. God's got it. We're in his hands. God's got it. God's got it. God's got it. God's got it.
Hey everyone, welcome to His Kids Live. I'm so glad that you guys tuned in. Since it's the last Sunday of the month, that means we're getting ready to dance our way into May. Hey, speaking of dance, do you guys want to worship? Awesome! Go ahead and jump up, shake yourself out, and get ready to boogie and sing with God.
Hey, this song is called What a Great God. Lift your hands in the air and go with us like this. Oh, 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 oh. What a great God. Oh, you look great. Let's do this.
What a great God. What a great God.
much fun. I'm so glad that we can still worship together, even though we're not face to face. This morning, we're going to open up our Bibles to the New Testament and read from Luke, chapter 24, verses 13 through 34. But before we get there, I want to remind you guys of something important that has just happened. Remember, guys, Jesus has just died 3 days ago. Now, today is the day that he has risen. But some of his believers and his followers can't see God's plan, and they don't know if that's true. That brings us right to our story today. 2 of Jesus' followers were on their way to Emmaus, which is 7 miles away. Now, guys, there were no cars.
Wait. Are you telling me they flew there? Like with capes?
Well, that would be fun. But no. There were no magic capes. They couldn't fly. They couldn't drive in a car. There were no bikes or skates or even skateboards. They had to walk the whole way. And while they were walking, they were deeply saddened. And they were talking about the things that had just happened to Jesus, who was supposed to be their king. And as they were walking, suddenly, poof! Jesus appeared. Only they couldn't tell that it was Jesus.
Whoa. Was it because Jesus was invisible, like superpower?
No, Jesus wasn't invisible, and he didn't have a superpower that made him invisible. But see, God didn't want them to know that it was Jesus, so he kept that hidden from them. So Jesus just appeared as a regular old man, a stranger. And as they walked, Jesus asked them, "Hey, what are you guys talking about so seriously?" Now, the 2 followers couldn't believe what this stranger, Jesus, had just asked them. Hadn't he heard about all the things that had just happened over the last few days? In fact, one of them was so upset and so confused by this that he says this to Jesus: "You must be the only one in Jerusalem who hasn't heard about all the things that have happened here the last few days." Jesus replies, "What things?" The follower said, "It is about Jesus of Nazareth. He was a prophet from God to all the people. He said and did many powerful things. Our leaders and the leading priests gave him up to be judged and killed. They nailed him to a cross. That was 3 days ago."
Wait. I'm confused. So 3 days ago, but now he's here, and what happened?
See, it can be a little bit confusing. But the thing is that Jesus was alive. And in fact, the other follower chimed in and said, "Wait, one of the girls from our group went and visited Jesus' grave. And she told us that Jesus wasn't there, that his body was gone, and an angel appeared and said that Jesus was alive and that he had risen." But the 2 followers still didn't trust in God's plan. They couldn't believe that that was true. So Jesus at this point, the stranger, is kind of like going out of his mind a little bit. He's like, "Come on! Guys," he tells them, "you read this in the scriptures. The prophet said that the Son of Man must be born, suffer, and die. It's all a part of God's big plan." But still, the 2 followers couldn't see it. They couldn't trust in God's plan. They couldn't trust that it was all true. And as they neared the end of their journey at Emmaus, they invited the stranger in. Now remember, the stranger is Jesus. As Jesus sat down with them, he broke bread and blessed it and passed it to them. And in this moment, their eyes were open. They could see that this is Jesus. And just as quickly as they knew it was Jesus, poof, he disappeared again. But this time, their trust in God's plan didn't. And they were so excited that they jumped up and they ran back to Jerusalem and told everybody that Jesus is alive. He is risen. Man, I love that story. It is so cool. Do you know what else I love? Something fun. I'll see you guys in a few minutes.
And now for something really, really fun. My name's Arthur Atzma, and I want to share with you something fun. I've had a friend of mine always say, "Hey, have a ball." And I always thought, that's cool, have a ball. And, well, you can have a lot of fun with the ball. I started learning how to play with the ball when I was just a little kid. And the first thing I learned how to do is just to roll the ball around my fingers, just like this, round and round and round and round again. And then I was thinking to myself, I go, yeah, that's fun, but maybe I don't really want to play with the ball. We'll just put that away. But then I realized, no, I like playing with the ball. The ball is kind of fun. But you know, when you have, oh, I got an extra one. That's kind of weird. Here's what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to actually make this ball travel from this hand over here through the air and join the ball over here, which looks pretty cool, and then bring it back again about that fast. Or in case you missed that in slow motion, it goes from here, shoot, all the way over there, and all the way back over to here again about that quick. Wow, that was too fast. How about if I slowed it down even a little bit more? We'll take this ball over here, and we'll have, oh wait, that's 3 of these. This is it's a little bit more than I had actually expected. But I'll do this. I'll take one of these away. We'll just put that one away because I really only want to do the trick with 2 of these. And what I'm going to try to do is cause both of these to oh boy, that's 3. I'm almost out of hand space now. We'll take that one. We'll put that one away. Now the funny thing, that's 3 again. Okay, I'll do a quick little juggle to get myself figured out here. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3. 3. That's all I got. I'll count them a little bit slower. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, this is so much more than I actually expected I was having. Here we go. I'll take this one. I'll put that one away. I'll put that one away, and I'll put that one away. That'll good. That leaves you with 2 of them. I'll put that one away, and that's really okay. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'll put that one away, and that leaves. I'll put that one. Hold on. Okay, that's 1. That's 2. Good. I'll put that one away, and this is so much more than I was expecting. Here, watch. 1 over here. 1 over here. Watch it go. It's gone. Okay, no, it's really gone. It's really gone. Now, the hard part in doing this is actually, okay, I thought I only had 1. Let me get rid of this one. Do you really want to see this last ball disappear? Some of you do? Okay, I'll tell you what, I'll show you how I do it. I squeeze the ball, I grab a pinch of invisible dust, just a small pinch. I blow 3 times, and then it disappears. That's 1, that's 2. That's so much more than I was expecting from this. Sort of like the men that were on the road to Emmaus when they bumped into Jesus. They got so much more than they expected on that little journey. And now, back to more of our story.
Whoa! I cannot figure out how he did that. Kind of like our 2 followers from today's story who couldn't figure out God's plan, or how they couldn't figure out that Jesus was the one walking with them until the very end. See, God had kept that hidden from them, which sounds a little weird, right? But God always has a plan, even when we can't see it. See, in today's story, those 2 followers had known Jesus personally. They had seen him perform miracles. They had heard the powerful things he had said. And they had read the scriptures that told them that the Son of Man would have to die on the cross for everyone. Yet they still doubted. Even when somebody they trusted told them that an angel had told them that Jesus was alive and that he was risen, they still doubted. They couldn't see God's whole plan. They could only see where they were at right now and where they had come from. And it left them full of doubt. That can happen to us too, especially right now. It can be hard to trust God's plan. I'm sure most of you guys have had something that you really love or you are looking forward to or you enjoy canceled. I know I have. And it can be hard to see God's plan through it. But I'm going to tell you something. God is good, he has a plan, and we have to trust it, even when we can't see it. It's kind of like if you were reading a story, right? And it was really good, and you couldn't wait to find out what was going to happen next, and then suddenly your book slammed shut right in the middle. Or maybe you were watching a movie and it was getting to a really good part and you're like biting your nails because you're about to find out what happens next, and suddenly your mom calls, "Courtney!" Shut off the TV, it's time for bed! Right in the middle. So you don't know what was going to happen. Sometimes in the middle of our story, we don't know what's going to happen next. But unlike us, God can see the whole picture. He can see it all. So even though we might not know what tomorrow looks like, or the next day, or a few weeks from now, God does. And he's got it. And he's got a really good plan. So, you might be asking yourself, how can you trust in God's plan? I'm going to show you how. But first, I'm going to put on my Discovery badge and glasses. And I'm going to show you how to see that God has more to his plan than we can see.
Oh, okay. I get it. So even though we can't see God's plan, there's always more to discover about God's plan.
Bingo! You got it, Mr. Interrupter Lady. Mrs. Interrupter Lady, I'm sorry. You've got it. That's so true. But it can be a little bit hard to figure that out and see that through in the midst of something hard or when things just aren't going our way. So here's what we can do. I'm going to show you 3 steps to help you remember that there's always more to discovering God's plan. Step 1, talk to God every day. It is so important that we communicate with him, that we open up with him. This is how we get to know him, to hear how he sounds, and, well, to know how he does things. It's important. Step 2, you have to bring all your fears, your worries, the things you're scared about, the things you're angry about, your hurts, and the things you're joyful about to him. See, God cares about every single thing going on in your life. And more importantly, he wants to be there for you when things aren't going your way, or when you're hurt or sad or angry. And he wants to be there to celebrate with you when you're joyful and exciting things are happening. He cares about it all. And step 3. Now this is the most important part, and it's kind of hard, but we can do it together. We have to trust in God's plan. Even when we can't see the end, even when things aren't going our way, we have to trust that God's got it. Kind of like that worship song we learned a while ago. God's got it. It's in his hands. And I promise you that God does have it. And it is in his hands. It's up to us to trust him. So this week, I want you guys to use these 3 steps to help to remind yourself that there's always more to discovering about God's plan. He has so much in store for us, and we can't always see it, but he's doing good stuff. So I wanted to ask you guys, has God ever surprised you? When has God shown up for you? What did that look like? What did it feel like? And finally, what are you going to do this week to help remind yourself to trust in God's plan? You may want to write it down, because when we come up against a wall or we're struggling or something's hard, we might forget. So it's good to go back and read to remind ourselves and know exactly what we're going to do to trust in God's plan. Until next time, guys.